instead of using all these things, you can simply use, if you know the RMS value, you can remove this 1 by 2. Once if you are given with the RMS value directly, you can write ERMS into HRMS. Okay, you have to be a little bit careful here. Okay, so this is power density. Okay, this are we are discussing about power density. Power density means what? Watt per meter square. Watt per meter square. Now, once if you know the power density, say, see, if I am having 10 watt power, sir, if I am having 10 watt power, okay, now I make my imaginary circle like this. In another case, also I am having same 10 watt power, but my imaginary circle is large. Now, what will happen? Somebody tell me what will happen? What will be the power density here? The power density PD, say this is PD1, this is PD2, power density in PD2. Okay, what will be the power density? Definitely, power density of PD2 will be less than the power density of PD1. But what we need, but total power is constant. But what is constant? Total power is constant. So what I'm going to do, see, now I want to measure what is the total power radiated. Now this, I am radiating 10 watt power. Okay, if I am having antenna in such a way, this collects power from all the surface. Okay, because 10 watt power is radiating. If I have antenna such a way, my antenna, I have keeping my antenna and the surface of the imaginary circle, then it will collect the entire power. Then it will collect the entire power. So how much power I am collecting? That is the total power radiated, because whatever the power you are radiating, the power has to be collected by the imaginary antenna. But in reality, you will not have that type of antenna. But for discussion purpose, I am telling mathematically. Okay. So the total average power radiated is equal to total average power collected by the antenna. So the total power radiated. So total power radiated. Now we know what is total power radiated, 10 watt. The notation is W radiated. That is simply is equal to power density, PD or PR, anything you can put, power density into ds. Okay, this is yes. Now the question arises here. See, in both the cases, total power radiated is same. Okay, but here you are on the larger circle. Here you are on the smaller circle. Here you are on the larger circle. Now, when you are on the smaller circle, your power density will be high. When you are on the smaller circle, your power density will be high. Surface area will be low. Okay, because surface area of this is small. But when you are on the larger circle, okay, power density in ds, when you are on the larger circle, definitely power density will be less. But your area will be more. So what is finally the observation is that is constant, because you are radiating 10 watt power only. You stand here, you collect your total power, that will be 10 watt. Or if you want, you stand here, then you collect your total power, that will be 10 watt only. என்ன டிரான்ஸ்மிட் பண்றீங்களோ அதை தான் ஃபுல்லா கலெக்ட் பண்ணுறீங்க. ஸோ வாட் எவர் த எனர்ஜி தட் யூ ஆர் transmitted, that energy only you will be receiving. So that is the idea of this formula. So once the formula is very simple, sir, but the concept behind that formula you have to understand. Okay, so once if you have power density, okay, you are somewhere. Once if you know the power density there, if you stand here, you are standing here, sir. If you are standing here, you know the power density here, then you make imaginary surface. Then you apply the formula, then you can calculate the what is the power radiated. That is the idea of this formula. So integral P dot ds. Okay, closed integral, because closed surface. Okay, and again you know what is ds. Ds means r square. What is ds? Differential surface, r square sine theta d theta d pi. Okay, this is the relationship between the total power radiated and the power density. Okay, power density. Okay, so the total power radiated is what is the unit of this one? The total power radiated, that is always watt. Okay, total power radiated unit is always watt. Okay, next, another important and little bit confusing notation. So that is average radiation intensity. average radiation intensity. Average radiation intensity. Okay, so what is the meaning of this one? Simply, in the previous case, the definition is simply power density means power per unit area, watt per meter square. But here, simply the radiation intensity means power per unit solid angle. Okay, I will tell you later why this extra definition we are having, because already we are having some definition for power density. Then why we are having some new definition intensity? Okay, I will tell you later. But for the time being, you just understand the definition. Okay, just try to know the average power. Okay, the average power radiated per unit solid angle, per unit solid angle, average power radiated per unit solid angle is called as radiation intensity. Okay, radiation intensity. Okay, so why we are having some different definition here, some different definition, please. And again, please do not worry about this average, sir. Average means always RMS value. Okay, you worry about the remaining things. Okay, power radiated per unit solid angle, power radiated per unit solid angle. Now, I will ask you simple question. Say, for example, I am having isotropic radiator. I am having isotropic radiator. Okay, I have 10 watt power. Then what is the solid angle of, what is the radiation, average radiation intensity of isotropic radiator? Anybody? As per this definition, what is the definition is telling? Intensity is equal to what, sir? Power.
Average power divided by.
Okay, average power. Average means please remove the term average. Average means always RMS value. Okay, power divided by solid angle. Power divided by solid angle. The two what? Total power divided by solid angle. Then what is the total power here? 10 watt. What is the solid angle of isotropic radiator, sir? 4 pi. Okay, so 4 pi. So that is the intensity, average radiation intensity of isotropic radiator. Now what I am going to do, this isotropic radiator will radiate energy in all direction. That's why I am putting 4 pi. Okay, that's why I am putting 4 pi. Now I am going to give you another situation, some practical antenna. Okay, some practical antenna. Okay, again the solid angle, okay, of the practical antenna is something like this. Okay, if the solid angle, what is the angle, solid angle here? Anybody? How much solid angle is there? 4 pi up. Imagine in 3D, how much solid angle will be there? Half sphere, hemisphere I am taking. What is the solid angle of the hemisphere?
2 pi.
Yes, 2 pi. Now what will be the intensity? Intensity will be 10 watt divided by 2 pi. In which case the intensity is more, sir? Second or first? Intensity and the case la sir adhigama irukku. First case or second case?
Second case, sir.
Second case intensity has to be high, because you are concentrating your power only in a particular direction, only towards right. In the first case you are concentrating your power in both right and left. Now only right side you are concentrating. Or in future there may come some antenna, it may concentrate power like this, only with some angle, some solid angle. It may be a pi or less than pi by 2 or something like that. Then also you will be see what is the total available power with you, for how much solid angle you are concentrating your power. Okay, the total power radiated per unit solid angle is called average radiation intensity. Okay, average radiation intensity. Okay, that means what? Okay, see what this unit is giving you, this parameter. See how effectively you are concentrating power in a particular direction, how effectively you are concentrating power in a particular direction. That's why we have this definition. Okay, this definition is with respect to direction. Okay, how much angle you are radiating. Okay, what is the coverage angle of your antenna? Okay, it's directly giving you the coverage angle of your area. Once if your coverage angle is less, okay, definitely you can give more power to the consumers. Once if the coverage angle of the antenna is less, then it can give you the more power, because more intensity, you can give the more intensity. So what is the meaning of this one? Okay, so I drawn a little bit wrong, because once if you concentrate your power, you will have some extra intensity like this. Okay, because it will go like this. Okay, because you are concentrating your power only in a particular direction. Now if somebody comes, if they concentrate their power in a lesser angle, then the intensity of power or value will increase in a particular direction. Okay, that's the idea of the average radiation intensity. Please note down the definition: power radiated per unit solid angle. For the time being, please forget about average. Average means you are using RMS value. Okay, once if you understand that, please remove the term, or otherwise that will be confusing to you. Okay, always if you use average term, that's why I remove the term here, total power per unit solid angle. Okay, so that's average radiation intensity. Okay, now we'll extend a little bit extra here. See, the notation of radiation intensity is U bar. The notation of radiation intensity is U bar because it is a vector quantity, because you should know in which direction you are radiating the power. Say I have clearly told you are radiating the power in right hand side. That means so that it should be a function of angle, in which direction you are radiating the power, in which direction. So always the radiation intensity is always function of angle, because you are dividing by solid angle. That means what, your radiation intensity is always a function of angle. Okay, this is always function of angle. Okay, you are concentrating power on some direction. Okay, per unit solid angle, how much you are concentrating, that is given by radiation intensity, but it is always function of what, sir? Angle. It's always function of angle. Okay, this unit is always function of, because once if you observe here, definitely in the denominator you are putting something 4 pi or 2 pi like that. So that means what, this is always function of angle, always function of angle. Okay. Okay, so now that's why again it will have some directional properties. Okay, once if the angle comes, then definitely in which direction you are radiating. So it's a vector quantity. And then once if you have U bar is the average radiation intensity. Then if I calculate the average radiation intensity for isotropic radiator, ISO isotropic radiator, what is the average radiation intensity for isotropic radiator? So what is my total transmitted power? I took 10 watt there, but in general WT, total power transmitted in terms of watts. Okay, then simply that is 4 pi. Simply that is 4 pi. But see, in general, our formula is omega t is equal to integral P dot ds, But for isotropic, because isotropic, you are having regular sphere. Once if you have regular sphere, this power density, once if you have regular sphere, what you can replace this integral ds divided by 4 pi r square. Okay, because for isotropic, once if you have isotropic, that indicates the regular sphere. Okay, regular sphere, you know whenever you have regular structure, you can replace the integral with the help of simply multiplication, because what is the surface area of your imaginary circle? That is 4 pi r square. This is what is the power density on the surface area, and what is the surface area value. Once if you multiply these two, you will get what is the total power transmitted? What is the total power transmitted? WT. What is the total power transmitted by the system? So that means what? That for isotropic radiator, only for isotropic, but for other antennas, you cannot do this replacement. Okay, sorry, you cannot do this replacement. But for isotropic, you can do this replacement. So this is simply power density into 4 pi r square. Power density into 4 pi r square divided by 4 pi. So that means what? Isotropic is equal to 4 pi cancel r square PD. So simply for isotropic radiator, okay, for isotropic radiator, this is r square PD vector. The notation is, you can use any other notation, PR also. That is also giving the power density. Okay, PR, or otherwise you can also use P average. Okay, everything is same. Okay, so this is another relationship, how the radiation intensity is related with the average power density average. This is true only for isotropic radiator. This is true only for isotropic radiator. Okay, for others you will have some different answers. Okay, once if you solve some of the problem, then you'll come to know, okay, what is the nature of U. Okay, but this is true only for isotropic. Okay, only for isotropic. Because for isotropic only you are having regular sphere shape. For other antennas, the shape is not regular. It is completely of irregular shape. Once if it is irregular, you cannot replace this integral with this multiplication. Okay, so this is true only for isotropic radiator. Next, property is directive gain. Okay, gain of the antenna. Okay, directive gain. Directive gain is same as the gain of the antenna. Gain of the antenna. Now we have already defined that antenna is a passive device. Okay, antenna is a passive device. Passive device means what? It cannot provide gain. Actually, what is passive device? Passive means it cannot provide any gain. But how the antenna is providing gain? Okay, actually it is not providing any gain, but as compared to other antenna, it is providing gain. Okay, as compared to other antennas, it is providing gain. Say for example, when if you have some student, average student, okay, okay, average student is there. Okay, when everything, all other student in the class is very worst, then we'll call that average student as a best student. We'll call that average student as a best student. Or otherwise, you take another scenario. We have one average student. For all other student in the class is very good, very intelligent. Then we'll call that average student as a worst student, like that only. So like that, here antenna gain means gain comparison with some other antenna. Gain means what? It is providing some gain as compared to other antenna, but at the cost of something else. At the cost of something else. Can anybody tell me what is that at the cost of something else? நம்ம சொல்ற ஆண்டனாலாம் கெயின் ப்ரொவைட் பண்ணோம் as compared to something else, but இன்னொன்னு ப்ரொவைட் பண்ணாது. Can anybody tell? Or otherwise, can you simply tell me what is the gain of the antenna? Not bandwidth. Or simply, can you tell me what is the gain of the antenna? At least you tell me that. I will tell you remaining things.
Field due to reference antenna.
Field divided by field due to reference antenna.
Divided by field due to antenna, sir. Corresponding antenna.
What antenna? No.
Antenna, sir.
சொல்றீங்க மறந்துட்டீங்க. Field due to practical antenna divided by field due to isotropic antenna. Isotropic antenna. Okay. But at the cost of something else, I will tell you now. I will tell you what is that cost. Okay. Generally, gain means always with respect to isotropic. Gain means what? With respect to the gain term itself is defined always with respect to isotropic antenna. With respect to isotropic antenna. Okay. Now I have 10 watt power. I'll take the same example. I have 10 watt power. Okay, I stand somewhere here. I can go anywhere on the imaginary circle. Okay, I observe my field. Okay, observe my field. Okay, so this is say power due to isotropic. Okay, I will get some power or some electric field or something. I will call it as P isotropic. Now my question is, now I replace this antenna. Now I replace this isotropic antenna. This is isotropic antenna. This is practical antenna. Okay. Now I replace my antenna, but this antenna will radiate power only in a specific direction like this. But what is constant? I am having same power, 10 watt only. I am having same power. Here also 10 watt is total power. Here also 10 watt is total power. Because I want to make a communication only in this direction. My transmitter is here, my receiver is here. My receiver can be anywhere in this area. Okay, my receiver is here. Now my doubt is my receiver can be anywhere here. It can be here or here, it can be here. Okay. Now my doubt is, suppose I am here, my receiver is exactly here. Okay. Now what is the power due to the practical antenna? In which case I will get more power. Solunga sir, in which case I will get more power?
Second one, other.
Second one, without any doubt, you have to tell that is very clearly second one, because this is also radiating 10 watt, but it is radiating only in a specific direction. Please think it of like this, sir. You take your light, ordinary light bulb is there. குண்டு பல்ப்லாம் பார்த்துருப்பீங்களா ஓல்டன் டேஸ்ல, அந்த பல்ப் இருக்கு, அது என்ன பண்ணும், எல்லா டைரக்ஷன்லயும் ரேடியேட் பண்ணும். இதுவே இங்க லேசர் இருக்குன்னு வச்சுங்க, லேசர் என்ன சார் பண்ணும், லேசர் ஞாபகம் இருக்குங்களா, லேசர் ஞாபகம் இருக்குங்களா, லேசர் இருக்கு. இப்போ நான் மெஷர் பண்றேன், அதாவது இங்க இருந்து மெஷர் பண்றேன், அதே டிஸ்டன்ஸ் அகைன் டிஸ்டன்ஸ் சேஞ்ச் பண்ணாங்க, இங்க இருந்து மெஷர் பண்றேன். எந்த கேஸ்ல சார் எனக்கு அதிக பவர் கிடைக்கும், செகண்ட் கேஸ்ல தான் கிடைக்கும். அகைன் அதிக பவர் கிடைக்கும். அப்படி இல்லைன்னா என்ன பண்ணும், லேசர் கேன் கோ டு தி லாங்கர் டிஸ்டன்ஸ், லேசர் கேன் கோ டு தி லாங்கர் டிஸ்டன்ஸ், பட் அட் த காஸ்ட் ஆஃப் வாட். பட் என்ன சார் ப்ராப்ளம், சி ஆஸ் பர் டெஃபினிஷன் உங்களுக்கு லேசர் வந்து கெயின் தர மாதிரி தெரியும், பிகாஸ் பவர் டியூ டு லேசர் இஸ் ஹை, light received from the laser is high as compared to light received from the ordinary bulb. But at the cost of what? At the cost of beam width. At the cost of what? Beam width. Okay, you are getting gain at the cost of beam width. Okay, the gain. See, that is very, very important. You are getting gain. You are getting gain at the cost of beam width. What is beam width? Beam width means what? Here you are radiating your power in entire direction, because suppose if some user comes, if you stand here, you will not receive power at all. Okay, for a practical antenna, if user is in this direction, you will get very good power. If you stand here, you will not get power, but in case of isotropic, you can get the power. Okay, so you are getting gain in case of practical antenna at the cost of beam width. Okay, because isotropic antenna is radiating in all direction, but sometimes we do not need radiation in all direction. In practical purpose, we need radiation only in the horizontal plane. Even in the horizontal plane, I need radiation pattern only on a particular side. Then I get more gain as compared to the isotropic antenna. I get more gain because in practice, our communication is fixed, sir. We know transmitter, we know where will be the receiver. Then what is the need of transmitting power everywhere? Okay, what is the need of transmitting power everywhere? So that's why we can concentrate our power only in a specific direction. Okay, so what is directive gain? It's very simply how effectively the practical antenna concentrate the power towards the receiver. That is the gain of the antenna. Okay, what is the definition, real definition of the gain of the antenna? How effectively practical antenna radiates, not radiates, concentrates. Anyway, antenna will radiate, concentrates, how effectively practical antenna concentrates power on specific direction, on a specific direction. That is gain of the antenna. That is gain of the antenna. Okay, so that is the gain of the antenna. So there are different definition. Okay, I will write that. So first, very simple one, understandable one is, see the gain, generally they used to put directive gain. Okay, gain, directive gain, because you are getting gain, not everywhere you are not getting the gain. You are getting gain only in a particular direction. That's why this gain is called as directive gain. Okay, you are not getting the gain in all direction. You are getting gain only in a specific direction. That's why this name itself is called as directive gain. In a particular direction only you are getting the gain. Okay, so directive gain. Okay, so directive gain DG is equal to simply power received by practical antenna. Power received by practical antenna. Okay, power received due to by practical, not anyway receiver will be practical antenna only, but power received from the power received from the practical antenna divided by power received from the isotropic antenna. Power received from the isotropic antenna. Okay, so that is the directive gain. Again, பவர்னு போடலாம், இல்லைன்னா பவர் டென்சிட்டி கூட மெஷர் பண்ணலாம். பவர் டென்சிட்டி டியூ டு ப்ராக்டிகல் ஆண்டனா டிவைடட் பை பவர் டென்சிட்டி, பிகாஸ் இன் போத் த கேசஸ் ரிசீவர் இஸ் சேம். Okay, when you do the measurement of gain, your receiver is same. What you are changing? You are changing the transmitter. In first case, you are using isotropic radiator. In the second case, you are using practical antenna. Second case, you are using practical antenna. So what is hint? Hint is receiving antenna is not changed during gain measurement. Receiving antenna not changed. Receiving antenna not changed during gain measurement. Okay, during gain measurement. Okay, so so what is the another definition? In another way also I can write directive gain is equal to PR, okay, power density, okay, power density due to practical antenna, okay, then power density due to isotropic antenna, okay, power density due to practical antenna divided by power density due to isotropic antenna. Or otherwise you can also write like this: what is the radiation intensity due to practical antenna, what is the radiation intensity due to isotropic antenna. Okay, so radiation intensity of practical antenna. In which case our radiation intensity will be high, for practical or for isotropic?
Practical, sir.
Practical,
Yes,
sir.
for practical. But under what condition? What has to be constant when you do the gain measurement? Total power has to be constant. Huh? Total power transmitted is constant actually. Nan புரியுதா? Because நீங்க total power change பண்ணீங்கன்னா எல்லாமே confuse ஆயிடும். If you have some total power, you use practical antenna, you use isotropic antenna, then what is the difference? That's way only you can measure the gain. So what is constant? Total power transmitted is always constant. Please see all our discussion. If I take 10 watt here also I will take 10 watt. Then if I take some different watt here, then that's like cheating only. Okay, once if you want to compare the things, then you have to take same power here in this case. Okay, so
Sir,
yes sir, சொல்லுங்க.
முன்ன ரேடியேஷன் பேட்டர்ன் ஒன்று டிரா பண்ணீங்களா முன்ன கிளாஸ்ல? அதுல சென்டர்ல வந்து கொஞ்சம் அதிகமா இருக்கு, கீழே போக குறைஞ்சுனே வரும் சொன்னீங்களா? இந்த கேஸ்ல பவர் கான்ஸ்டன்டா வச்சுக்கிறீங்களா எல்லா டைரக்ஷனும்?
இல்ல இங்கேயுமே குறையும், அதே போல தான் வரும், குறையும் பவர்லாம். பட் அகைன் இந்த டிஜியே வந்து கான்ஸ்டன்ட் கிடையாது சார். டிஜி இட் செல்ஃப் இஸ் ஃபங்க்ஷன் ஆஃப் தீட்டா. டைரக்டிவ் கெயின் இட் செல்ஃப் இஸ் ஃபங்க்ஷன் ஆஃப் தீட்டா. புரிஞ்சுங்க, டிஜி வந்து கான்ஸ்டன்ட் கிடையாது. It is also a function of theta. Directive gain is also function of angle. That's why this is called directive gain. In a particular direction you will have more gain, in particular direction you will have very less gain. ஒரு சில அதான் நான் சொல்ல வரேன் சார். ஐசோட்ரோபிக் ரேடியேட்டர்ல எங்க இருந்தீங்கன்னா பவர் கிடைக்கும், பிராக்டிகல் ஆண்டனாவில் எங்க இருந்தீங்கன்னா பவர் கிடைக்குமா? அப்ப அந்த இடத்துல கெயின் வந்து எவ்வளோ? 0. ஸோ ஒரு பர்டிகுலர் டைரக்ஷன்ல மட்டும்தான் உங்களுக்கு கெயின் கிடைக்கும். So here also gain is function of angle. நீங்க directive gain na always fixed னு நினைச்சுக்காதீங்க. Directive gain is a gain, it is a function of direction, function of angle. அத புரிஞ்சுங்க. என்ன சொல்ல வரேன்னா, இந்த கேஸ்ல நீங்க இங்க இருக்கும்போது மட்டும்தான் மேக்ஸிமம் பவரை ரிசீவ் பண்ணுவீங்க பிராக்டிகல் கேஸ்ல. Once if you deviate from this point, then you will get less power. Once if you vary your angle, if you try to go like this, then you will get 0 power. Okay, see your angle, your received power is also function of angle. நீங்க பிராக்டிகலாவே பார்த்துருப்பீங்க. பிராக்டிகலா வந்து when you have மொபைல் டிரான்ஸ்மிட்டர், ஒரு சில ஆங்கிள் இருக்கும்போது உங்களுக்கு பவர் கிடைக்கும், கொஞ்சம் ஆங்கிளை சேஞ்ச் பண்ணீங்கன்னா என்ன கிடைக்காது? பவர் கிடைக்காது. உங்களுக்கு சிம்பிள் எக்ஸாம்பிள் சொல்றேன். மவுண்டைன் இருக்கிற இடத்துல வந்து ஆண்டனா எப்படி ஓரியன்டேஷன் பண்ணிருப்பாங்க பார்த்துருக்கீங்களா? மவுண்டைன் வில்லேஜ் இருக்கும்போது வில்லேஜ் சைட்ல தான் ஓரியன்டேஷன் பண்ணிருப்பாங்க. நீங்க பை டிஃபால்ட்டா மவுண்டைன் சைடு போனீங்கன்னா உங்களுக்கு சிக்னல் கிடைக்குமா? சொல்லுங்க சார். கிடைக்காது. That means what? The gain is itself is function of angle, function of direction, function of angle. அதனால கெயின்னா டைரக்டிவ் கெயின்னா ஏதோ கான்ஸ்டன்ட் நினைச்சுக்காதீங்க.